Zoom.
Okay. All right,
All right, I'd
let's
like
unmute
to
us so Bob can hear us. Hold on.
You there, Bob?
Rohit, can you unmute us so Bob can hear us?
Technical support.
Bob's
All right.
like, I can't hear anything. Bob's like Bueller.
Okay.
Bueller.
I would like to reconvene the regular village meeting, June 9th.
We're gonna say the third.
I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, so next up we had on the agenda discussion of the third-party request to use village email list. Consideration and discussion of third-party request to use village email list.
That's me. So about a week ago, I received a request. An individual called me and asked if they could use the listserv that we have, the residents list, to put out some information to allow alternative political views to be heard so that citizens have a fair and balanced data set in which to make decisions regarding the charter change. I informed that citizen that I felt like council would consider the letter to be sent out. You know, if y'all saw the letter, just as you did with the mayor's letter. I have not yet received a copy of the letter from the individual, so I thought I'd have it here in front of me so that y'all could look at it as you did the mayor's letter, and unfortunately I do not have that letter. I thought that I would have it by now for y'all to consider approval or denial of said letter and communication. So I don't know if this is a relevant topic still, but it was on there to be presented for the letter, and I don't have it, unfortunately.
So as you know, to be fair, we were sort of challenged, or this maybe has come up, because we were sort of challenged because we put out a letter to the community, right?
That's correct.
So they're, you know,
Wait, what did you say?
we're being challenged by people saying that, I think the question was asked in another email from someone else, is my understanding, was, did we get approval to send that letter out? Did we have approval as a council to send the letter that I sent out to the community, correct?
I did have someone ask me that, yes.
Okay, so after that, then that spurs that Joe Citizen wants his own soap opera box to come in and be able to, this is what I'm reading from this, and he wants to be able, or she, or whatever, and my question would first be, how do we correct whatever message that they're sending out? I mean, at least what our message said, contact you, right?
Yes.
You know, and do that. And again, it's the opinion of one, we're elected officials. I'd encourage them to sign up and get themselves elected, and they can have their own soapbox on their own. They can speak in public meetings. They can come here and speak that. But, you know, and I'd also encourage them to sign up and possibly face personal lawsuits and all the things that we face and how we get, you know, accused of all these wrongdoings and stuff. But I just find it fascinating because this person, I think, touts himself as has his thumb on the pulse of the community. If that's the case, then he should be able to just put out his own message in his own venue in his own format and be happy with that. Anything other than that, I'd say go get yourself elected and get yourself on the I'll give them the number to the Board of Elections so they make sure in June that they're on that on the ballot. And oh yeah, it does come with doing a little bit of convincing people that they agree with you. The same person, I think, just sent out another letter that is, as I was looking at it and reading it, it was just point after point wrong.
But their mailbox has been exploding, so they clearly don't need our information.
That's
like
true. That's true. I think he mentioned that in his email that his mailbox is exploding, and
one is exploding and the other's bursting. So,
right, okay.
So my question is there not a privacy issue here that somebody use something from the village as a way of communication when it's actually not the village putting it out? I mean, is that not these people give these email addresses for information from the village. So is that not a privacy infringement if we were to give it to a third party?
Well, I would never investigate. I think the town would have to administer it. I'd never give the list to the third party. But you raise a good point about how far does it open it up? They're opening it up for official communications from the village. And then you're going to have individuals. What's something you haven't seen here? And then what about when other individuals? Well, this still relates to the town.
Where does it stop?
Where does it
Yeah,
stop?
yeah.
That's my concern. And then that could get into a more and more redundancy of information that they're getting.
You know what, my recommendation would be, show up in September, point out your grievance, and hold us accountable. I'll be up on stage, would love to address your question, your concern, and your thoughts.
Or come
Because
Or come to coffee with
have
council.
a cup of coffee.
Oh, come to coffee with council and address your concerns. And you know what? There is nothing wrong. I keep sitting here thinking I'm defending myself. What's wrong with just working together? As I look at all the propaganda that comes in and out, and people they're hiding behind because they don't have the integrity, they don't have the moral ethics to just say what the end result is. It's all about control. Let's face it, that's my opinion of one. So you know what? As Joe said, Board of Elections is in Monroe. Go down there. There's some warnings if you'd like to come talk to me personally. There's some warnings that come along with that. And open up your checkbook. But yeah, we're going to be as transparent. I'm putting the blinders on. From my standpoint, I'm putting the blinders on. We have an agenda. We have things that we have to take care of in the village. And to our person that come to Coffee Council, he sat there and he threw out a lot of stuff. And he walked away and said, why is this not being shared with everyone? Because he said, listen, I had big concerns. I had this and this thought and this thought. And once you peeled the onion back and you looked at it, and he goes, you know what, I get it. So, instead of trying to jump on sending out propaganda with the village logo, instead of trying to piggyback off of the village email, that belongs to the village, not to people who just want to use it to send stuff out. It's my understanding anyway. I don't want to step too far out of line. Then come to Coffee with Council, come to the town hall meeting, and in front of everyone, and make a point.
And going forward, we talked about what's going to be on the next thing and what we're going to put out. And we're going to agree on all of that as a council, whether it's in the work session. So we have direction to staff to put that information out. And you know what? Here's the other thing, sir. You have every opportunity to come once a month and speak publicly for the public record. And you can say whatever you want. You've got 3 minutes to do it. And I've maybe heard you once. So I'll leave it to the rest of the council to say what their opinions are on even remotely considering this, because I think it's ridiculous and it would get us in a lot of hot water going
But
forward.
you'd be opening up a public forum.
Sure.
I mean, we said you're opening it up, because then once you open it up, you can't
You
regulate.
can't close it.
Well, it'd be content based,
Yeah,
and then you get it because
I'm good. I don't think this needs any more discussion.
I agree.
I don't think we need to waste our
Good.
breath on it.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. I don't think it's a good idea at all.
All right. So I'm going to say that's a big no.
Yep.
We're not even interested in arguing it, and we'll move forward.
Okay.
Next up, we have.
Okay, do you want to take a motion to not allow it?
I mean, you can do that to formally put it to rest if you'd like.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to not allow, never allow third-party requests to use the village email. Let me not say never. I would like to make a motion to not allow third-party requests to use the village email list.
Further discussion. All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Next up, discussion of outside funding policy. Harvey?
Okay, this is a rough draft of a funding policy, outside funding policy for nonprofits. Remember, we had a
Nope, that's good.
presentation from Optimus Park to request support funds from the council, and we don't have a mechanism to do that. So with the help of our intern, we've drafted a rough draft of this policy. It's one of these documents that is living and breathing, as Christina says about our budget. So we can, it's up for suggestions, amendments, questions.
I'd like to stew over this until the work session and have it and read it and try to digest it and then really discuss it.
I would agree.
Outside funding policy, I'm still not clear.
It's like when Optimus Park came and
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
money.
It's for allocating funding to nonprofits.
Yeah, I thought we had
outside
something,
organizations.
we did something for some event. It was voted on, and one council member said because
We
it's for
couldn't
the
find
kids.
anything in our records that indicate that we had such policy to allocate funds to nonprofits.
I thought our policy was to not do it, but
Yeah, because doesn't that lead to, when we rent, because technically it's a donation, if we rent the village park to the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts and then we waive the fee or something, isn't that the same thing?
They pay a discounted fee. We don't actually
Okay.
waive the fee.
I thought we've waived some things in the past for certain groups. But again,
That's
that
possible.
takes us down that lane too. But yeah, I would agree with Mayor Pro Tem Kim Vandenberg that we,
Mayor Pro Tem Kim.
that we do a deeper dive on that and figure out what we want to do.
Well, that's what I was hoping that you would do. I was just asked to put it in the packet for y'all to see it. This is a rough draft, and we can discuss it at the work session.
Perfect. So let's all commit to going over this, bringing notes back for the work session.
All right,
Okay.
so we'll move on and we'll table that, I assume.
Yeah, just move it to the work
We're just
session.
gonna move it to the work session.
All right.
With
It
us
wasn't-
doing
It
our
wasn't
homework.
for any kind
Alright.
of consideration by any means.
All right, so next up, we have a new business discussion, consideration of conversation blurbs? Or
Yep,
what-
email
how do you want it?
blurbs.
Email
Yeah,
blurbs,
email
okay.
blurbs. Yeah, okay, so I've got a list. So you guys want me to start?
Sure.
Please do.
Okay. So we've got Flag Day coming up on the 14th. So I think a reminder, Flag Day is coming up, and if you have a flag that you would like to retire, we have a place here in Village Hall. That should be one. That's a good one.
That's a great-
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah, that was done by a Boy Scout. Point out that our Boy
Yes.
Scout did that
Yeah.
project,
Yes.
right here.
And to thank you to all of our
That sounds perfect.
service members.
In fact,
Wow,
if we can
that's a good
find that
day.
Boy Scout that did that project, that'd be great, so we can just
Yeah.
shout a blurb out to him. We were,
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what his name
There's
was,
only
but
two
he,
people that, two groups of people that can retire a flag officially. That's the Boy Scouts and U.S. military.
Yeah. So we've got, Flag Day.
okay, so if we don't have a name, that's fine. It's just, it was done by the Boy Scouts and we have a way to do that. That's great. If not, if you're not gonna retire it, then fly it proudly.
Yes. Please remember to fill out your 2020 census. It's very important.
Agreed, agreed.
Come on, these are good.
I already did mine, so.
I did
you're- you're
too.
behind the.
do you want me to
Okay.
put, it's very important?
Yeah, but and they like I've heard like ads on the radio, and it lists like why it's really important for your communities.
Yeah.
It's like
Do-
funding and grants
Do
and
your civic
money.
duty.
Yeah.
You know, do your civic duty, fill out the 20 cents. If you have questions, give them the website to go to.
Yeah. Okay.
if that's okay.
I think that we should do an FAQ on Park Truck and Greenway, which you have this, which was a great start, but I would also add like, what is the Greenways Master Plan update? And then like kind of give a blurb about it, why we redid it. And, well, you did why we redid it, but like, what is it? Like, what's its purpose? Like, you know, for planning and, you know, all that stuff. So I think a FAQ for that would be really good.
So we're not gonna tell them what questions to ask, or are we?
No, but Rohit has like
Okay. 4
4 questions here.
And
4
are you
questions
okay
and
with, or is
answers.
the council, but my question is the council okay with these questions, or do we want something else for this?
I like these questions with with the first question being like, what is it? Just kind of a blurb about what, and you could probably actually pull it from
And again, less is
like the
more,
Greenways Master
not
Plan
that I follow that rule.
at all, ever. I think we should put out a Village Hall FAQ. Where are we? What are our thoughts? Where are we in the process? What are our options? Kind of just updating that. I don't have any of this stuff.
Do we want, just before you go on, do we want to just get like a quick from Christina, maybe writing that up and then sending it out to us and go, yeah, we're good with that? With
Can we
what
do
you're
that?
saying, or?
If we do it
I think we
individually,
should do it with all the blurbs. I mean, because it needs to come from you all. Do you not think?
no. You guys are
Okay.
gonna have to send like, you guys are just gonna like Flag Day census. Like I don't know
And
about that
that
stuff.
stuff's not, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see, this is just, as long as it's fact-based,
Yeah.
it's
Informational.
information, that's what we get at.
I just don't want someone to construe that we're sending stuff out without your direction. That's the
This
only
is
thing.
our direction right here.
Right.
Given the direction, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that was.
Okay. We now have a Park Truck and Greenway opening. Please apply. That's a good one.
Please.
We have two.
We have two.
Still,
We
we
have
have
one.
we have two
Two.
openings. Yes.
Yes, we were
Mary
down a number
Sykes'
before I,
position hasn't been filled yet.
I didn't know Mary resigned.
Yeah, she resigned, so we have two.
Married?
I
yeah,
didn't
her
know
husband had health issues, so she had to resign.
Well, I knew
so-
she was kind of stepping back, but I didn't know.
She
I did not
resigned
know
at
that.
At that
Who did?
juncture. That was when I got,
Oh, I missed that. Let me hear
Just
that. That's fine.
because they had a filling position.
Okay, all right. Well, so we definitely need to get that out because that's, and I would even reach back out to the folks that have applied for things and let them know that we have a Park Truck and Greenway opening available. Coffee with council reminder dates.
I've got that on my
Okay,
calendar already.
perfect. And then a blurb out to the community about National Night Out, and if you'd like to make a donation, this is what it goes for, that kind of thing. That's my list. Come on, those
That's
were
a great
good.
list.
Come on,
I
come
want
on, Bob. Those were good.
I want a crossword.
Those are.
Oh, and Father's Day is the 21st, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers. So
Yeah.
put that one out there too. Come on.
Can we do updates as far as traffic? I get these questions all the time, like when's the roundabout gonna be done? When's this gonna
We
be?
just
We
sent
did,
one out.
we just sent one
did.
out.
We did? Okay.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
sent one out, but as we get that kind of information, I think that that's like,
Yeah, 'cause
We
they're-
usually do with traffic, we usually
Yeah.
send stuff out.
'cause I get
You
people
could-
asking
you
constantly.
Where
could
are we
put
at
one out.
on the
We're getting,
.org?
hold on.
Dot
Or
gov.
.gov?
I get
We're
called a liar all
finalizing the
time
process
because
right
they
now,
keep
so
changing
we'll get
everything.
something out about that when we
Okay.
get closer.
And then, you could also do one about, that we're gonna get officers on the corner to start directing traffic again.
Traffic's picking up.
Yeah.
We're getting back to work.
Yes.
So how many is that, Barbie? Obviously, we've got some,
You got a couple weeks. You got
Times-
a couple for each week.
yeah, that's
Till
what we
we see
wanted.
each other again.
I've got 11
11?
officers on the corner.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so, and we've got a couple of time sensitive ones with Flag Day and Father's Day, and, but I think those are good. Come on.
Let me ask a
Yeah,
quick
but that'll be
question.
it. Now, stop it.
Seeing that our website isn't equipped to send out certain blurbs like that. In the past, I think I've seen where we've sent out something that reminder dates and things like that. Is that something that you're okay with, a list of dates being sent out?
Yeah.
For that? Okay.
Do you mean
Sent
like
out
for
what?
meeting
For
dates?
meetings?
Well, it's kind of like a summary for the month, and it lists all the dates and everything happening within that month. Because our,
Oh, yeah, like
our website's not equipped to send out blurbs like that.
Yeah, like at the end of the month, like send out like,
What's gonna happen the next month? Say like at the end of this month, I'm gonna say what's gonna happen in July.
yeah, so like we've got,
Like tomorrow, I'm gonna send out what's gonna happen the rest of June.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is a good one to have every month, like to
Okay.
send out. But then you have all these extra ones that are coming out from the village.
Okay.
Okay, but then put this on the work session to go for July, like this will be for June. So then for July we'll have,
Oh, so you wanna see it before it actually goes out?
no,
Okay.
on the June work session, put a place for this exact topic, email blurbs. And so at the
Oh,
work
okay.
session, we will then tell you what we're gonna do for July.
Yeah, if we do it every
Okay.
month at the work session, then it gets out just before the next month comes out.
Yep,
And
exactly.
gets on that
Yep.
calendar month for the following month.
Yes.
Yes.
You should.
And that's a good,
You're correct.
good time to be doing.
Yeah,
it, is
because it's more work
session.
session, but we just talked about it in the last
Yeah.
work session, and so we figured we'd.
Even if there's something
So everybody
related
has to
the
come up
school.
with stuff, right? Everybody has to bring stuff. Okay, where's everybody's ideas?
You copied my list.
You lie.
I had
Liar.
all those I didn't-
Liar.
I had
Bob, what's
all
on
those
your
written
list?
down already.
Bob, we can't hear you.
4th of July,
Okay.
they have fireworks, it ain't gonna happen. Uh-oh.
Good list, Bob. Good list.
Bob Buzzkill. Buzzkill Bob.
There you go.
Joe, what's your list?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right.
I'm a little behind. I liked everything you had to say. And
Come
I
on,
think
they were so
that-
You gotta come up you gotta come up for a good one for April Fools.
Yeah, we got time.
Oh,
We got
boy.
time.
Yeah, you've got plenty of time to think about April Fools.
Come on. Okay, so that was good, right?
That was
Did
good.
everybody like
That was a
this?
very good list.
No, that was good, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, that's a good start.
I just didn't want to
I'm gonna start. I am gonna be so excited to see all these emails coming from the Village of Marvin.
There's one thing on here that maybe you all know that comes up on the phone, but it's a United States.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. What, do y'all know what that
Juneteenth.
is?
I don't know
What
what
I don't know
that
what
Do
is.
y'all know what
Juneteenth
that
is.
is?
No,
No.
That must be something,
I don't know.
There's also another day that I don't recognize.
The
But,
African
you know,
American,
it's
it could be. I wasn't sure what that was, so I thought I'd ask you
I
all
don't know.
what that was.
Let's Google it.
it's,
so we have marching orders for staff on the, and we're allowing them to put it out on the website, right?
Yes.
Every form of
Yes.
venue, Facebook, Nextdoor, whatever we have right now.
Twitter.
Get it out there. Is that
The only
right?
thing, the only
Insta.
thing we have is MailChimp, Nextdoor, Facebook, and the website.
Insta.
I love you.
Although our MailChimp thing says we do have a Twitter account and, that's it, but we don't have a Twitter account.
Make sure you get your garbage out.
Insta.
I don't know. It's just-
Come on. Get out of here with that.
I mean, if you
No.
don't put everything else.
If you're not gonna be serious
No,
about it.
I'm taking it serious. You just took all my ideas and you just let me. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what, then you come up with the list for next month, Joe. How's that?
Yeah, I will. I've got no problem with that, so. Trust me, there's a list I just was not prepared for because it wasn't on the agenda, so.
Open
see.
topics.
It was on their open topics, but she threw me with that. You know, maybe next time I'll get a little heads up. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna move on to agenda items, review of action items, agenda items. I1, review of action items, and ongoing action item list.
Okay, so this is what I caught. Christina will contact A&T for suggested options on resurfacing half a section of the roundabout in Marvin Creek. Christina will hire off-duty officers to direct traffic at Newtown and Marvin Road at starting at 4:30. Rohit will place land use plan on the 6:25 work session. Barbie will draft a letter to send to HOA for support and participation. And I think that was for National Night Out, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christina will invite Deputy Eason to PR&G joint meeting, special meeting on Thursday, 6/11 at 10 a.m. Rohit will add the easements to the PRG master plan before adoption and who is responsible. Rohit will come back to Village Council on opportunities to secure grant funding for trail building at the July work session. And I think you've already covered this, but Chaplain will research the 501c3.
Yeah.
You've already done that?
Confirmed that.
Okay, so I can mark that off. All right, staff will research successes in other towns. I think regarding the trails, is that what? Okay, and Barbie will place James Heary's application on the 6/25 work session for consideration. Christina and Barbie will research hosting a town hall meeting at Marvin Ridge High School in September. Christina will research the traffic control. Barbie will place the outside funding policy on 6/25 work session for discussion. Barbie will place email blurbs on work session agenda as a header.
Yep.
So is that going to be something that's going to be ongoing? Because you'll need to update
Every work session.
You'll need to update your rules of procedure for that.
Okay, then yes, so.
And rules of procedure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's just for the work sessions.
Yeah.
Agendas, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, and.
Unless it's a month that we don't have a work session, we'll just have to put on the regular meeting like earlier. But
Okay,
yeah.
and then Barbie will,
Or we'll do 2 months whenever we don't have it, whatever. Okay, yeah.
Barbie will draft and send out the communication blurbs
Yes.
on the list that Mayor Pro Tem Vandenberg suggested.
Yes, that I suggested.
I did think about it.
And other council did
Save
chime
for
in on
next
those.
I am. Why am I using it as council comment?
Oh,
But I think some of these staff has to do, so I think Christina's going to do
Village Hall
the
FAQ.
FAQ. Rohit's going to do the FAQ for PR&G.
Yep.
And Christina's going to do the Village Hall FAQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And did I miss anything? Okay. Good.
All right. Next up, council.
No,
No,
the
you
action,
gotta-
ongoing
you
Oh,
action
action
list.
item list.
Review the
Oh, I
action
just don't want to go
items.
home.
If you would
I say
have
that out loud.
talked less, moved on more. Are we still working on that tree planting list, Rohit?
Yes, that's still in progress.
Jeez.
But Bill Smith is doing that completely out of my control.
All right, what about the dwelling ordinance revision?
That has to do with the code ordinance revision.
Oh, that's right.
And,
Could-
it's kind of been pushed off.
Okay.
A little bit.
Barbie, can you change this date, the May 28th discussion? It's, the date's 2/27/20 dwelling ordinance revision. It says May 28th discussion. Can
I'll
you just
it
take
off.
that date
I'll
off?
just take that off.
Yeah. Outside funding organization, lighting. Rohit, lighting.
No update.
Council. All right, Barbie, you can hopefully take off the PRNG joint meeting next time. Hopefully, we'll have it.
Yes, do you want me to just wait? and-
Yeah, or not take it off, but you can just mark it as complete for the next thing.
Okay.
What is the public comments for meetings, for minutes? 5/12 minutes, add public comments. What was that?
Well, you're meeting electronically.
Oh, you know what, see, most of this is what I take from the action item that I regurgitate
Yeah.
out during the meeting.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is already here. But I'm not really sure what, which one are you looking at?
5/12.
Okay.
It says minutes, and then it says add public comments.
It's probably a task for her to do. That she
It's
was-
probably, yeah.
I
Okay,
think it's irrelevant to be removed.
okay. Like the next, okay, so the 5/12 meeting date that says council add a motion process to 5/28/2020 work session agenda.
Oh,
That can just be completed. Research cellular plans with Windstream. Oh yeah, you haven't, have you done that yet?
I have done that. I have not gotten any information
Okay.
back from them.
Grants, agenda. Oh, you can take out, you can do completed third-party communication sources for the agenda. You can do completed. You can do completed for research tax values for the corner property on Marvin School Road.
20-something.
528, it's like in the middle. It says corner property on MSR, research tax values.
Oh, I see.
Telemore maintenance agreement. That should be completed.
Rental signage is completed.
Okay. What about the Board of Adjustments? Have you heard from them?
There is a little bit of an update. The ETJ is delayed till next month.
Okay.
So the same thing I said last meeting.
We're still gonna need somebody from outside. Okay.
Are you
What-
talking about the Board of Adjustments
Uh-huh.
board? That's in process. I've gotten responses back from several. Two of them I have not gotten a response back.
Okay. Are the ones?
One moved out of Marvin, so.
Okay, so we definitely have some openings there.
Yeah, there's 3 members that want to stay on.
Okay.
That you'll need to reappoint. That'll come on the work session.
Okay.
That'll be, you'll see that. I've got one person that has not, 2 people that have not responded back to me by email.
Okay, I would go ahead and then throw on your action item list to go ahead and put out that we've got at least one Board of Adjustments position since they moved out of Marvin, right?
Right, and possibly you have 3.
So I would go ahead and put it out there that we need applications for that.
You want to do that in a letter that we're sending out? By the way, we have a position open.
That's what I'm saying, like in the email blurbs.
Yeah, okay.
We've got Parks, Rec, and Greenway, and we have Board of Adjustments.
Can that be my idea? Or
No, I just said it. It's not. All right, planning board candidates, you can do completed. Build grant, that's not, we didn't talk about that here. Take that June 9th date off of there, Barbie. The build grant, just take off the June 9th.
Okay.
We're still working on their certificates because we approved them tonight.
Mayor, when will you be available to come and sign those? Are you gonna?
Tomorrow.
Are you going out of town?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow I can be.
Okay.
My village wife just gave me my schedule.
He'll be in here at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Barbie.
I won't
Not
have
at 9 a.m.
I'm just kidding.
It'll be in the afternoon tomorrow.
Okay.
If that's
Make it
too
late,
soon.
that's, no.
You know, I can make it Thursday, but
Thursday
I'm
it
gonna
would be
here.
better. You'll be
That's-
here anyway, so Thursday would be
Well,
better.
I'm not sure I'll be here, but I'll be, that's in the afternoon, right? So Thursday
Yes, but we
morning.
also have a joint meeting Thursday morning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so right after that 1 hour,
Well, I can make it work tomorrow, I just don't have all the names solidified yet.
I will be probably just a few minutes late for that
Okay.
because I have a conflict with that.
Okay.
But it's at 10, right?
Yes, the joint meeting's at 10 tomorrow.
Okay, so then right after that, if you have something for me,
Mhm.
then the Zoom meeting is, or the whatever meeting, Zoom, right?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, that next one is already done.
I'm done. We're good, Barbie.
All right. Last one, am I okay to move forward?
Yeah.
Permission granted. All right, council comments. Start with the newbie.
Well, I'm just, Andrew, excited to be part of this group and hopefully do some good things moving forward.
Well, welcome, thank you. Jamie?
Congratulations and welcome. Glad to have you on board. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's very cool to have this responsibility, and I don't take it lightly. And so, welcome and enjoy working with you in the future. Again, open up the Coffee with Council. I did my first one with the mayor, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. I learned stuff there.
You were here an hour early, right?
And I was here now early.
Do you think it started at 9?
We'll see if you do, you get overtime.
Oh, that's right. You get paid extra for that. That's right. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm still
Just kidding. You're
still
trying to
trying to get-
recuperate some money.
I'm trying to recuperate, man. I'll be here for the next 50 years. Welcome, Dr. Daniel. We look forward to her being a part of the planning board, and I know the planning board is excited to have her as well. Staff, thank you. You do so much to help us and to follow through on all this stuff, and you make us look good. And so thank you for all your help. And then I want a special thank to all the applicants for all the board positions. It's great to see more and more people wanting to get involved, and that just helps us. That just makes us a better community. And so thank you very much. That's it for me.
All right, Bob?
Yeah, I want to welcome aboard Councilman Workman. How does that sound? Sounds cool, huh?
Yes, it does.
He's got his
And,
nameplate already.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. See, that's the efficiency of the staff. That was the next thing I was going to say. You will be blown away by the support that you're going to have by the staff. And as far as the council, I want to thank you again. The topics, the things that we're addressing, we are hitting on all 8 cylinders. I don't care what anybody says. We're on top of everything right now. And one of the things I loved, and Christina, how much involvement you had in this, but the fact that we're jumping ahead and trying to fix the traffic with the roundabout and trying to come up with alternative plans, however that came about so quickly. I've had citizens say to me, so now thank you for the information about the roundabout, but now what? What are we going to be living with this thing for 2-3 years? What are we going to do? So I'm glad that we're addressing that, so I appreciate it. And I just want to thank, again, everybody for the camaraderie and letting me be at home here during this whole COVID-19 situation. And hopefully this passes. And to the citizens, this has been one heck of a first half of the year, 2020. There's been a lot of trials. There's been a lot of issues that we as a society have had to kind of cope with and deal with, and it's put a stress on everybody. So I just want to put that out there.
Thank you, Bob. Ms. Kimberly, Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, wanted to welcome Andy aboard. We're very happy that you're here. And also to Melinda for the planning board spot. And again, I'm going to reiterate, thank you to everybody who applied. We have other open positions. Please continue to want to be involved. And if you know somebody that might be great on one of our boards, tell them to sign up. I think we are moving in the right direction. I think we're getting a lot of stuff accomplished. I like the fact of how productive we are. So I appreciate staff helping us to achieve that level of productivity. So thank you to staff. And just thank you to the board for, being willing to, to talk out differences, to work things out, and to, come to a consensus. We don't always agree on everything, and that's okay. But to do it respectfully is really all I'm looking for. So I appreciate that. So thank you to everybody. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got to start off saying this is incredibly refreshing to me as a mayor. longest serving council member here, if you will, but for 7 years. But it is refreshing because, number one, the ideas are good, they're fresh. We're moving forward as a body. To your point, we may not always agree, but I'd like to think we could go have a beer, not at a local beer garden here, but maybe,
Careful.
yeah.
Too soon, too soon.
Because it's something, and not only are we moving forward with transparency, we are, I think, setting a new standard and moving forward with class, with what and how we're going to approach how we do things. That whatever process as we go through this and what we're changing. I'd like to thank staff. Obviously, we've. I know we put a lot on you, and you guys are doing the best you can. We've given the circumstances and with COVID and everything else. We appreciate everything you do. We really do. Andy, welcome. It's well deserved. You've been here for quite some time as a not only a constituent, but always have been involved in the community, and you've helped us out in so many ways that people just don't even know. And I appreciate that, and I'm glad you were picked for this spot. Congrats to Melinda as well. I had a real nice conversation with her. I'm very excited. I think she will definitely speak her mind on planning board, and she has some great ideas. And I think it was just great to hear someone else who's been here and had some history with the Village of Marvin. I want to save this, but I have to do this. I'm thinking for a little bird, we offer, just remind people, we offer notary service here.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Joe.
See?
That's a good one.
Okay, maybe you can add that in there.
I'll
You don't
add
have to
that for
in council
you.
That
comments.
is good. That was good.
Especially at $50 a pop.
I know, right?
No, I can only charge zero.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm coming down with 3 pieces of paper.
So there you
Come
go.
on down.
There you
I can
go.
come to you.
We'll keep.
That is so good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Joe, good job. See, I knew you could do it. You put your mind to it. I knew you could do it.
I know. I was. I have to say this because this was the first ask ever. I was asked to preside over a wedding. I don't know if I could do that or not. I think we're looking into it to see if I can preside over this one. But
'Cause you're
someone's
a
getting
mayor?
married at Firethorn, and they don't know who to go to, and I know I can swear people in, but I assure them. I think we talked.
You
I don't
can't
think you
marry
can-
somebody.
I don't-
Like I
can't.
told you earlier,
not a
you could
judge.
probably
Doesn't
do it
matter.
with
The
an
fact that they
ordinance
asked
and
me,
a-
I was so happy and tickled with that. Hey, a shout out to the 8th graders. Today was their drive-through graduation. Thank you, teachers of Marvin Middle School, who dressed up and were waiting for them in the line as they came through. Cars were decorated. I wasn't there, but I heard it was great for the kids to see their teachers one more time before summer starts for them. So congrats to that. And the last thing I had is I was on the call with CRTPO, and we're hearing everything the same. I had a chance to talk to DOT and find out why they are so upside down with what their funding is. They're below their floor by about 50 million. Usually they have a couple $100 million in there, and they're looking at a shortfall this year of 400 million or something crazy. I mean, the numbers were just mind-boggling because of all the things going on here. So, but thank you again all for participating, for making this a productive meeting, and for getting me out of here by 10, I guess. So, thank you all. With that,
Well, it is. It's 9 o'clock Central.
Yeah. So with that, I'll have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.
See?